News Radio Wham 1180 welcomes you to the Seniors Rock Show. The Seniors Rock Show, a lively weekly discussion shedding a bright light on aging with fun, entertainment, and important info for all adults. Join us with your comments or questions. Call or text 222-1180 or 1-800-295-1180. Now, from the News Radio Wham 1180 studios in downtown Rochester, here's your host, Joanna Palvino.
And welcome back to Seniors Rock Radio and our anniversary show to celebrate 4 years on Wham 1180 as advocates and friends. I'm Mike Robinson, but Joanna is here with us as well. And we're
Hi.
actually starting our number 2, right, Joanna? We started at 11 today.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to change that intro or I'll have to start the show again over.
There
But
you go.
today is unusual. We are on for 2 hours, 11 till 1. But in the future, just note, we'll be here at 11 till noon every Saturday. That'll give everybody a little more time on the weekend. And also, we'll be coming in right after Dom's show, which will be fun. And we'll be able to have more time on the weekends ourselves, right?
That is true. And we're joined now by someone who's well known for being someone dedicated to the support and protection of older adults and their families. That's Anne Marie Cook, CEO of Lifespan. Lifespan provides information, guidance, and more than 30 services for older adults and caregivers around Rochester and the Finger Lakes region.
And we are certainly blessed to have an agency like Lifespan, Mike, and someone like Anne-Marie at the helm in our community. And it is like a family. We talk about family businesses. I think Anne-Marie's been there, I don't even know since it started, but maybe not. No. But anyway, longer life brings new challenges, and she knows that, and we know it for both older adults and caregivers. And no one understands the new face of aging better than the professionals at Lifespan, and they have a lot of them. I'm going to ask Anne-Marie Cook to tell us about it. Thank you for joining us, Anne-Marie. It's so great to have you on the show.
Well, thank you, Joanna, and thank you, Mike, and happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. You've been on over the years with me for, I think since the beginning. You've been on several times back in the early days and also in more recent times, and we certainly have seen a lot of changes. Anything you'd like to recap about what's changed at Lifespan or maybe what's new, Anne-Marie? Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot new going on, Joanna, but, in the month of June, we really recognize World Elder Abuse Awareness Month. We call it an entire month. And we do a lot of presentations really around the recognition of elder abuse and also scams, which are a huge issue, as you know, that older adults are targets of scam artists.
They sure are, and it's heartbreaking. And we know people personally. I know you've seen hundreds in what you do, and you have a scam department, right?
We sure do, Joanna, and we have folks who were formerly in law enforcement running that department, and they see, honestly, hundreds of cases every year, sometimes really up to 1,000, and people are losing tens of thousands of dollars, and in a few cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars to these very sophisticated scam artists.
It's so true. And it's interesting, Anne-Marie, and I know you've seen it as well. It's not only the financial consequences, but how it impacts people's relationships with spouses or children when they get caught up in some of these scams. It really is a terrible thing.
It's a horrible thing, Mike. And let me tell you a story recently. They're getting so sophisticated, they're using artificial intelligence. And we had one case in which the man swore that it was his son on the phone asking for money after he got caught, apparently in a DWI. Obviously, that was a scam. He sent $10,000, told his son his hard little secret, and only to find out, of course, the son wasn't arrested. It sounded exactly like the son. And we tried to replicate using this artificial intelligence, and honestly, my staff fooled me. They called. I could have sworn it was them, and it wasn't them. They were using artificial intelligence.
That is scary stuff, folks. Again, we do usually say just don't answer the phone if you don't know the number because it's not worth it. And if you do have someone saying anything, just say, "Give me your number, I'll call you back." Never, never engage with these people. And and
Yep.
unfortunately, there's a lot of romance scams. There's a lot of all types of creativity going out along in that scam world. And Anne Marie, thank you for reminding folks. And we'll have your guys on
Yeah.
again and, I always learn something from them, even though you think you know them all, but every week there's a new one.
Absolutely, Joanna. And also at Lifespan, we're doing a lot of recruitment of volunteers. So if people would like to volunteer at Lifespan or any other nonprofit, we encourage you to call us and so you can look at your options. And we've been able to recruit some awesome volunteers to help us with such things as Medicare education or nursing home advocates, or a lot of people, volunteering other places like reading to children or being a concierge, whatever they may like. It's older adults really disproportionately volunteer in our community and doing an awesome job, really providing their time and their talents to help others. We really appreciate it.
And
Oh,
that's
we
one of
love
the
it.
great things too, Anne Marie, about Lifespan. I mean, I always talk about not only the services that Lifespan provides, which I can't believe the scope, but also, just being an outlet to direct people towards resources. But then, as you were just talking about, also creating opportunities for older adults to continue to be active and productive and to help others.
Yeah. Volunteering has many
Yeah.
benefits.
Yeah, the other thing we did, recently is have a job fair for older workers. What we have found is a lot of people, of course, volunteer giving their time and talents, but many people also want to work. So we'll be holding more job fairs. We'll let both of you know if you wouldn't mind just telling folks about it. And maybe folks
Uh,
want a part-time job. We're trying to help people connect to those too.
And that's what we do here. You know that, Anne Marie, and we love to help out. We love to, just shoot us an email or give us a call anytime, and we'll be happy to share that with our listeners.
I sure do, and I always appreciate all the information that both of you give out in the community. It's very helpful.
Thank you. Yeah, it takes a village, as they say, and we're happy to be a part of what Lifespan does. And in the show, we bring information that I know, you do the same. You bring information and help to so many hundreds and hundreds of people. And like Mike said earlier, many areas do not have an organization like yours, like Lifespan. When did it start, Anne Marie, real quick?
Yeah, Joanna, it started in 1971, and it really started after a couple of people here from Rochester attended a White House conference on aging with President Kennedy in 1962. It obviously took a few years to get some funding and some organization together, but it started really before the Older Americans Act. So we are a little unique in this area to have an organization dedicated to older adults, really starting before aging services in the entire
Wow.
country got rolling.
Anne Marie Cook, thank you for what you do. Thank you for joining us today on your busy schedule. I know how busy you are. And folks, go to lifespan.roch.org for more information. Volunteer, get involved, and enjoy yourself as you age with other aging people. It's fantastic. And they're not all aging over. Well, I guess they are. Again, we start aging when we are born, right? We're celebrating that today. Stay right there. We have another giveaway coming up. Well, hello and welcome back to Seniors Rock Radio. It is the afternoon now. We've been on for a while and we're enjoying ourselves celebrating 4 years on WHAM 1180 with myself and my co host, estate planning attorney Mike Robinson of the Law Office of Michael Robinson. Also, Pam is here, Pam Rapp, and she has been our producer since day one. So we're very happy about that. And we're so happy that we're going to do another giveaway. And Pam, thank you. See how appreciative the audience is here, the home
There you
audience.
go.
Anyway, we're just
They
teasing,
must
but
be
I
at
want
your place because they're not here.
I wanted to thank OFC Creations for giving us the next prize, and it is 2 tickets to The Boy from Oz. Now, OFC, as they're called, OFC Creations, they have started a Broadway in Brighton series, and that's starting up in September. It's very exciting because we can never have enough theater in this town. We've got lots of good theater, and this is really going to be expanding those choices. OFC Creations has a center main stage, and this show actually is on their center main stage, and it is appropriate for ages 13 and up. You should know that. You're not bringing the kids to this one. And the names that are in the show, you're going to know from TV and theater. I was amazed when I looked at the website and saw, the different folks that are in there. So check it out. And also, of course, it's under the direction of my friend and our local talent, Eric Von Johnson. And he's done a lot of directing over the years that I've known him, and he's gotten so good. A lot of exciting things happening down there. The story that the boy from Oz is follows an international singer-songwriter, Mike. I don't know if you ever heard of Peter Allen, but he was discovered by Judy Garland, and he actually married Liza Minnelli, her daughter. So it's
Oh,
interesting story. Again, the boy from Oz. If you'd like to see it, you might want to pick that phone up right now and call 222-1180. Pam will answer. Third person. Let's do it again. Three. I don't know why I keep seeing three. It's just this magic number, although it didn't help me in the horse races this year at all. Um, but yeah, callers, if you call your number three, you'll get 2 tickets to The Boy from Oz. Thank you, and to OFC Creations Theater Group for celebrating with us and donating that today. Mike, it's been fun, huh? We got some more. We have more things coming up in the next hour, but it's been fun staying on for a while.
it has. Yeah, it's nice to have 2 hours to catch up with people that we've had on before and who are great supporters of the show, and also provide some new information to our listeners, and we know they appreciate that.
Yes. And we've had so much great information. And I was looking at the calendar, I command the calendar over here. And the last few weeks, it's been very interesting. We've talked about all kinds of things from Medicare to real estate to we had AAA on talking about trips, and we have Peter Gordon on talking about clean air. And by the way, he still has those offers out there. I'll tell you about those later in the show. And we talk about coming up next in our next show next week, by the way, we're going to talk about the benefits of soaking in a hot tub.
Mm,
There's a
yeah,
lot of them. It's
yeah.
pretty cool too. So I'm just having fun, kind of um, thinking back. And again, we're doing more remotes coming up this summer, and we have one coming up at Agape and Chilai, and we'll be promoting all of those things on the website and on the Facebook page. And I know, Mike, that you do enjoy getting out there too and talking to folks, because it is good to see them in person, even though we don't get to do that, because we don't get to do that every week on the air. But we know they're out there. In fact, I see Pam answering the phone. Someone's going to win those 2 tickets in a minute, I think.
Oh, it looks like Linda is our winner.
Congratulations to Linda Green. And you're going to enjoy that show. Folks, if you haven't been to OFC Creations down there in the or not Waring, it's Winfield, what's it called? The Winfield's Place. It's a great spot, and they have a cafe next door too that's very different. So check that out too, the cafe, for some coffee or lunch. And Mike, what are you thinking about? I see you nodding over there.
Oh, just it's a neat venue, and yeah, it's a great place to go see a show. And the Boy from Oz, the story you were just telling, I was not aware of that. That's pretty interesting.
I know. I wasn't either, and I like the take that they give a little spin on things, and they do a really great job over there. Very professional, and I've met some great folks that are involved in theater over there at OFC. And we'll
Yeah,
have
and it
Eric
was
Von Johnson on again soon. He's got a lot happening, and he's been very busy, but I think we'll be able to wrangle him into a few minutes on the show.
And that's one of the fun things. I just was listening as you were kind of remembering some of the more recent shows that we've done, and yes, a lot of great information that we hope and really know is helpful to people, but a lot of fun stuff too. You know, we authors on uh, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and such. I remember we had Armin Shawbrook on from the great House of Guitars. That was a fun show.
Yeah.
So we like to mix in some fun with some useful information.
Yeah, and you're right. We haven't just had local people on. We've had several national authors and speakers on too, that have been fantastic and a lot of good information coming from them. And it's just every week we get to do this. It's really cool, and being an advocate and being retired, and being able to do this is a gift. So I enjoy it. I hope folks out there are enjoying it as well. It's the feedback we get, and folks, you can contact us on the website on the contact page, right, Mike?
Absolutely. Yep. Definitely that. Or, as I've said before, just being approached at different events and whatnot. It's gratifying to know that people appreciate what we're doing. And it's
Yeah,
it's
and
grateful to have the opportunity.
And you know what? Summer's here, and that means fun and food. And I wonder if you know what the best choices are out there on the table. We'll find out next from Dr. Laura Petrescu on Seniors Rock Radio.
And welcome back to Seniors Rock. And welcome now to Dr. Laura Petrescu, the founder of Athena Direct Primary Care and Lifestyle Medicine. Dr. Petrescu wanted to remind us that we can celebrate with healthy foods just as easily as we do with those not so healthy choices. Welcome back, Dr. Laura Petrescu.
I'm happy to be back on the show with you. And first of all, congratulations on 5 years on the show with WHAM 1180. Wonderful service to the community, and keep up the good work on the show.
Aw,
Thank
that's
you.
so nice of you, doctor. I love to talk to you, and I love you're always a positive person, and that's what we do on the show. And so I'm going to ask you about positive choices when we're at healthy, I guess healthy choices. If we're at a summer soiree or a cookout, because I have a lot of those happening, and it's been difficult. Give us some tips.
Of course, of course. And yes, food is such a big part of our social lives. And yes, being a lifestyle medicine physician, you're going to hear me talking about lots of fruits and vegetables and whole grains and legumes as the healthiest choices. But how do we incorporate those for a party and make it fun? Lots of good options there. And I like to socialize a lot at our house as well, and you're always going to find in my kitchen a big platter of uh, fresh fruits, seasonal fruits, whatever is there for people to grab and mix and match to make it colorful and tasty and appealing. As long as also you'll find a big platter of hummus, different kinds of hummus, roasted pepper, jalapeno, spiced up hummus with fresh cut up vegetables for dipping there for hummus. And lots of finger food that we can make fun and delicious with fruits and vegetables. My absolute favorite appetizers are things that I can make ahead of time, so they're easy and ready for the party, so I don't have to spend a whole lot of time on the day of the party. Stuffed mushrooms, wonderful small portabella mushrooms that I stuff typically with a saute beans with lots of herbs and spices and garlic and onion to make it delicious, or a little bit of smoked liquid smoke to give it a little smoky flavor, because everybody likes that in the summer. That's always a favorite for everyone there. I like to stuff all sorts of other veggies like Campari tomatoes or mini bell peppers. They're fun and easy to pick up at a party. And I stuff those with different things. It usually is a mixture of beans or lentils or peas with pine nuts and herbs like basil. So a lot of fun combinations of legumes and spices and herbs that I can stuff. on tomatoes, on bell peppers. So those are always very, very fun to eat. Um, Other ideas are tofu bites that I marinate with liquid smoke and garlic and onion powders and other herbs to soak in all the flavors and cut them in small bite-sized pieces that we can pick up with toothpicks. So they're very easy and fun to work with. Um, for main course and sides, my absolute favorite is a baked sweet potato or a purple potato, a small size one that I can bake in the oven ahead of time. And then I stuff them also with a mixture of chickpeas or lentils with herbs and spices. And it's a fine side along with an orzo salad, always whole wheat for the orzo, or brown rice that I mix in with sweet peas or mushrooms and garlic and tomatoes and herbs to make up a nice side salad there. So lots of good options there to eat healthy, not necessarily to rely on lots of dairy and meat for the parties.
Right, and that you're making me hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. But I am
Oh
going
boy.
to ask you because I know that some people they definitely do want to do meats. What are some healthier options if someone does want to include meat with their party?
Very good question. Yes. So, in terms
I was
of the
going to say
meat,
there's no answer.
well, what is the best meat? Well, you're always going to be better off with a whole food, meaning a whole piece of chicken breast or fish, grilled or baked, rather. So, staying away from anything that is processed or fried, right? So, if you have to choose a piece of meat, then to make sure it's a whole piece of meat, stay away from the sausage, salami, bacon, those kind of things that are highly processed. You'd be better off with a lean meat, a chicken, turkey, fish that is baked in the oven or grilled. Um,
Is there a,
so
is there
for
a
in
suggested
the
number?
meat department,
I'm sorry,
right?
doctor. Is there a suggested number of times a week that you should have or can have safely have those things? Do you know?
So, yeah, typically I would recommend a whole food plant-based diet, meaning 90% of your calories should come from fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lentils, and 10% of calories, meaning a couple of times a week. If you'd have a lean meat, that would be a reasonable choice. It depends on overall health and what else is going on and what else, in terms of your genetic makeup, how well you can tolerate saturated fat and cholesterol that comes from animal products. But in general,
That's right.
the more
And that's I was gonna say,
vegetables,
that's where the lifestyle medicine comes in, doctor, that you bring to
yeah.
your patients at Athena Direct Primary Care. And folks, thank you so much, Dr. Petrescu. You gave us lots of great choices for the summer for picnics and barbecues. And folks, if you'd like to talk to Dr. Petrescu yourself, go to athenadirectcare.com or you can call her directly at 662-5510. Dr. Laura Petrescu, you are the best. Thanks for joining us. Again, call her at 662-5510. Stay right there. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Seniors Rock Radio and our 2-hour extravaganza celebration of our 4-year anniversary on WHAM. And again, we are thanking all of our sponsors and all of the folks that make this possible today. And every Saturday, starting at 11 from now on, please tune in and we'll be just an hour usually from 11 till noon. Um, One of our sponsors is Indoor Air Professionals, and they remind me all the time that summer can be beautiful, but it can also make your eyes water and your nose run. When you have seasonal allergies, we were just talking about that on the break with Pam and Mike. Everybody's got a little sniffle today, and you can breathe easier this summer and save money with Indoor Air Professionals and an air duct cleaning. That's what I did. It certainly has helped, and I feel healthier in my own house, which is a really good place to be healthy. Cleaner air in your home or place of business is just a phone call away. And today you'll save 20%. if you're a first-time customer, you can get an air duct cleaning for 20% off. It's a lot of money. He'll even send you the price list so you know exactly what you're getting. And they are Western New York's duct cleaning experts, and actually they're national. They work with the U.S. Navy as well. I love saying that because it's pretty cool. Healthier air means healthier people and healthier pets. Purifiers are also on sale. You can call Peter to get $350 off of a portable medical grade air purifier by Healthway, or $300 off April Air's high capacity dehumidifier. And right now with all the rain going on, that's a good one too. Cleaner air is easy. Call Indoor Air Pros and Peter Gordon, a founder, at 427-8020. That's 585-427-8020. Check it out. Call him today. He does work on Saturdays, or you can visit indoorairpro.com anytime you want. Hey, Mike, this has been a fun time today.
Boy, I tell you, 2 hours went by in a hurry, and so did 4 years, frankly.
Yeah, I'll say. And Pam, I know you mentioned something on the break. Tell the folks what you were thinking about.
Yeah, I was just saying how crazy it is. We started the show in July of 2020, right when COVID was crazy. I remember at the time I was barely working at the radio because there was like no shifts, nothing was going on. And Phil, the program manager here, called and said, "Hey, you looking for some extra hours?" And I was like, "Yeah, give me something. There's nothing going on." And obviously the show was brought to life. So it's been so cool to be a part of it for the last 4 years. And thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Love working with you guys.
We appreciate you. Yeah,
Yeah.
we love having you on board too, on the board, and you've been an excellent support person for us. And yeah, it is so weird that we got to know each other during COVID. Never really met in person for quite some time after that, and but we got to know each other on the team meeting, right? On the indoor, or not indoor, on the internet. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to that continued partnership. I hope you'll stay with us, and we'll be here again every Saturday at 11 now. So Pam, you're going to have to get up a little earlier.
That's okay. I'll deal.
Mike, what are you thinking about? It's been great, huh?
It has been great, and I'm looking forward to continuing to bring information. We've got some good things, folks, in the hopper, and we'll keep you posted as we bring those ahead. And just looking at today, it's a wet day, but there's still a lot going on. Jazz Fest is closing up today, but there's still a lot of great music, and we were out there Wednesday, and it was a little wet, but people were still out. They had their rain gear on, some umbrellas. I don't know if you're supposed to bring umbrellas, but still a lot of people out enjoying the music, and I hope folks have an opportunity to get down and enjoy that. That's, we talk about all the great music offerings that Rochester has, and boy, it really is something to have this jazz festival every year, and the great diversity of music that they bring in. A lot of local artists, of course. In fact, I'm going to see the Majestics tonight. But they bring people from all over the world, nationally known people, maybe some folks that are not so well known, but still so much worth getting out to see.
Yeah, and the Majestic used to be who?
Bahama Mama.
There you go, folks. There's a name you might remember, huh?
I used to see them in high school, and they were known by another name before then. They'd probably prefer I not mention that, so I won't.
But it's cool that we still remember all these folks and remember those fun times. And I was just with my granddaughter and my daughters. We went over to the Golden Fox. They're closing after, I think, since the 70s.
Oh, I
they've
saw
been open.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I was telling them, gee, the church across the street in high school, we used to have dances there. There was a lot of fun things going on. So it is nice to remember, but it is good to look forward to. So I hope, folks, you're going to come back 11 o'clock every week. And Mike, real quick, what do you usually say at the end of the show?
As always, folks, be well and be kind.
And please, thank you, all you listeners, for joining us today, our guests and our callers, too. We've enjoyed it, and as advocates, we hope to make a difference in attitudes about aging and provide supportive information to everyone. We also like to remind you every week that seniors
rock.